Hey everybody, welcome back live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Hope you're all doing well out there. Our guest today is one of our favorites on the show, return guest for several times now. She will be at the Firehouse in 2 nights, Saturday night. Go grab tickets because they're selling fast. The one and only Hayley Reardon in the house.
My hand like she does when she wants to say something crooked, smile like a kid who's about to break something in. She says, how do you feel about the ocean? And I pull my chair in smiling, because I've got a seat next to the only one asking that kind of question. And ooh, she is more than the music. She is more than Bob Dylan to me. And she is booze and blueberries and blueberry. From her seat in the last row, she sings with her eyes closed. The band looks around, everyone in the room knows, and I look them all back smiling, because I've got a seat next to her and her harmonies. Ooh, she is more than the music. She is more than Bob Dylan to me. And she is booze and blueberries and she is 18, asleep in the sand dunes, finding words that she believes enough to scream. And she is booze and blueberries. She is understated harmony. She is talking, she is telling this to me. And ooh, she is more than the music. She is more than she knows she is to me. And she is booze and blueberries and blueberries, 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 blue.
Hayley Reardon.
Thank you.
Welcome back live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Beautiful stuff. You sound amazing as always. One of our favorite voices here, as I think you learned when you walked through the door and had fans running at you, including the boss, Sarah Hayden.
A very warm welcome. Yes.
Welcome. We were just joking off the air that you were like, man, I feel like I actually wasn't here that long ago. And then I guess it was only this summer, and they've
Yes.
already asked you back at the Firehouse. So they loved you here.
Yes. Well, Yes, I'm so happy to be back. Also on your show, I feel like I'm overstaying my welcome because you've been very gracious to have me a few times.
Trust me, if you would like to do a once a week segment, feel free.
It's a blast. I love being here. So yes.
No, always get rave reviews when you're on the show. We both went hair down today, which is different.
We did. We're mixing it up. We coordinated.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. When we've done for 4 or 5 shows now at this point.
Yeah. We got to
change it up.
Hairstyles.
There you go. Very important. We have options. I think we have.
I have an array of secret hair products here.
Oh man, too funny. Hayley Reardon in the house. Did you have a good holiday season?
I did. It was really nice. Beautiful. It was really good to be cozy and holiday time.
After a big year of travel for you?
Yeah. Really. More than, I travel a lot, but this year I was looking back, like the year, everything's going so fast and time is moving so quickly. I looked back and was like, wow, a lot happened this year. So it was really nice too.
I had this, this is just what I think of when somebody says that to me. I had this a friend of mine who we grew up together, kind of not really close anymore, but his grandfather used to drive us to hockey practice.
Yeah.
And he said to us once, we were complaining about being tired.
Yeah.
And I remember we were just being in the back. It was like a 9 o'clock practice. We dreading kind of going. He's driving us and he heard us complaining and he goes, boys, let me tell you something. 1, you're going to live most of your life tired. and he said, and 2, it all goes too quick. So soak it in. For some reason, I was like 9 years old and he said this and it just stuck with me forever. I was in the back seat like, and I still talk about it to this day,
wow.
30 years later,
That's
it's crazy.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Mr. Otto Moulton was who said it. He who's passed away many years, but yeah, I always remember that.
You're going to live most of your life tired, and it all goes too quick.
Yeah, isn't that something?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty poignant. I don't know. I guess I remembered it even at 9, but Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. I know. That's my New Year's mantra,
I know.
Honestly. Because it is. My dad has said to me before that every year that goes by, it starts to feel faster, and it does. Like a year to me now is like, I can feel them they feel so much shorter than... every year they do. So
yeah, my job too. I feel like it moves quickly. Your job must fly because you're just it must feel like you're always when you're moving and new audiences, new faces, new shows. It's like you must. I try to slow myself down sometimes. I wonder if you do the same thing.
Yeah, very much so. Because by the time I want to process everything, but I have such a backlog because by the time you are processing this, a new thing is happening, and it's very it's. But also life, like the world, everything's just going very fast. So, trying to slow it down too. 2025, let's process.
Okay, new goals here. People, we're working on them right here.
Yes.
Where'd you travel to? You had shows overseas. You had some of the big ones, maybe.
Yeah. Just recently in December, I played at a festival in Switzerland. It was really fun. And I played in Denmark, in Copenhagen, just a few weeks ago, right before Christmas. Mm-hmm. And I played in Spain, I played in Germany and Austria back in the spring.
Do you still get charged up to do all those? Or is it, it's, you've been around doing this now and you've made those trips before, but is it the same excitement when you go or does it feel different in some way?
Nothing, this is probably a psychological problem. Nothing really feels, it's just, I don't even perceive what's going to happen until I'm there, and then it happens, and it's great. So a big tour in Europe is a lot of logistical work, and usually I'm like pulling my hair out, and then I get there and it's awesome. But the logistics of that stuff, because I do it all myself, is kind of insane.
Yeah.
But there's still it's still a lot of fun, and it's kind of like you were saying, there are always surprises,
Sure.
So it's always. It's exciting in different ways every time.
Do you start to see more familiar faces when you go to these places? Because I know what happens here in Newburyport. So. Well,
yeah, exactly. That's the really cool thing. It's really cool and unique to watch kind of communities and become acquainted with many communities all at once. Mm. But communities are reciprocal. Like, you're not really a part of them because you're not always there. You just kind of pass through, but you're familiar with like the vibe of the. So that is a unique thing to watch, to get to know people in places and return and whatever. Life has gone by. People had babies. People have this. Like life goes on, and you watch it. You really are aware of the passage of time in that way. So
this will be a winter show for you in Newburyport this time, as the weather is a bit different than the last time you played here.
Yes.
Which is kind of nice. Firehouse, Newburyport, beautiful winter city. I think it's that's a nice vibe to it, I think.
Yeah, it's be my first show of the year, so it's my kickoff in Newburyport.
Wow.
Yeah, but I love a winter show, especially for this music. So I think a nice cozy theater on a winter night.
Do you want to talk about the first song a little bit? I know we kind of get right into those things. The
song I just played.
Yeah.
Yes, that's an older song.
You're like, no, I don't want to talk.
No,
about
I have new song. No, that's an older song called Blues and Blueberries. I'm trying to play things I haven't played on here before.
Oh.
On your show, I have revived this song though. I've been playing this song a lot. Sometimes they return to me and feel fresh. But this I wrote for a dear friend of mine, Miss Betsy Siggins, who's like been a folk music kind of grandmother to me in the folk scene. And I was thinking of her recently because I saw the Bob Dylan movie. You know?
Yeah. Did you like it?
I did like it.
Yeah.
I did. I enjoyed it a lot.
I haven't seen it yet.
I no spoilers. I won't say. I mean, it's real life. You know what happens. But I really enjoyed it, and Betsy's told me a lot of stories about that time, and I was thinking of her. So that song's on my heart.
It's funny how those things come back around. It just takes something. Maybe it's a movie, but maybe it's something smaller that leads you to bring a song back, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Have you ever wanted to throw a song away? Maybe I've asked you this before, but maybe it's a grind for you to get there, and maybe I don't think it's that great of a song, and then somebody stops you and you're like, that's a great song. Don't throw it away. Do you ever need other voices to tell you?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, all the time. Especially
all the time.
Yeah, especially because I have a Patreon and I share my new songs on there, and very often I'm like, okay, I wrote this and it's probably not going to go anywhere, but I wrote it and I'm sharing it just with you because that's kind of the point of Patreon. And that happens a lot where people are like, no, this song shouldn't be thrown away. And then, or in the studio with like the people I work with, like the engineer I work with, Anil or Pau, the producer, like people around me. Yeah, that happens a lot because I'm often like, I don't know about this, and then I hear it a different way, and suddenly I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah.
Damn, I am good.
Or just the songs independently, like I can't see their path or their life or how they're gonna exist right away. Often,
All right. So. Nice little segue into another song here. What are you thinking for the? Do you have a set list in your head or what?
Yes. Yeah. I mean the order, no, but yes. Now in this moment, yes, I have a plan.
All right, Hayley Reardon taking it away here live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive.
Karaoke at your sister's house. Said her boyfriend was going out. Said you pick me up in a couple of hours. And it's never gonna feel the same. It's broken English singing Purple Rain. Left you waiting as the blue light fades into the night. I was falling through the cracks of you. Nothing left to hold on to. Smell of booze, someone collecting coins. Told you I hate the city noise. Feels like I'm only getting softer instead of stronger. Oh, that winter was a long missed friend. Watched you smoking out the window in the kitchen. Didn't wanna let the moment end, so I chased it through the reds and blues, changing into something new. I was falling through the cracks of you, nothing left to hold on to. Christmas Eve, baby, came too soon. They gave a mom a name like you, and all but a year went by so fast, and I still don't know when I'll be back. To karaoke at your sister's house. Said her boyfriend was going out. Said you pick me up in a couple of hours. And it's never gonna feel the same. It's broken English singing Purple Rain. Left you waiting as the blue light fades into the night. Karaoke at your sister's house. Didn't wanna let the moment end, so I chased it. And it's never gonna feel the same. Never gonna feel the same. Ooh. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Hayley Reardon, live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Nicely done, nicely done. You sound great in the studio. Just like you left it?
Just like yeah, pretty much. Or their new vinyl editions, maybe.
Yeah,
But this is there was a different poster here. No, there was somebody I knew here.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe I don't know.
Like a person?
Yeah. Or maybe it was.
We have had some varieties.
I mean,
yeah.
not a living like a poster.
Yes, there wasn't somebody standing over your
There
shoulder.
was someone I knew standing right there.
Have you ever done one of those shows where you're the what do you call those stages where it's like the not like you're the people behind you, like the like a theater stage, like a
Oh, where they're all around.
in the round, right? Yeah, all around in the round, I think they call it.
I just realized I broke a rule here.
Oh, it's okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, we trust you more than most.
I just all the time. Speaking of my familiarity, but have I think I have done like a situation where the audience is on all sides, and sometimes it wigs me out because I'm like trying to have to like turn all the way around.
I just thought about it as you talked about the creepy man over your shoulder. I thought
Yes.
I would say it must be kind of weird doing that for the first time. I would imagine.
Yes. I was in a like a little concert hall with or like elevated seats going this way around the whole room, and we were in the center facing one way, but there were people behind us. It was a songwriter round too, so it was hard to turn. So you just had to kind of like accept that people were to your back.
Yeah.
Hopefully they knew when they bought their tickets that they were in the but that's an awkward.
Yeah.
That's tough too.
Not as regular of an occurrence.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me think of those like turning restaurants, you know, like if the stage had that turny thing, and slowly throughout the night, everyone was getting the front. It would be cool.
Makes me think of the Will Ferrell SNL thing. Remember that, the Christmas thing?
Which one? No.
It's like the thing that or I think it was Christmas, but they're doing some popular song, and he's on tambourine, and the twirly thing starts going too quickly. So, like falling and like it's a fun skit.
That's amazing.
Give it a YouTube search later.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a fun one. Again, Hayley Reardon in the house here, live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Hope you are doing well. She has a show at the Firehouse in 2 nights. Saturday night at the Firehouse, and tickets are going quickly. That's what we're hearing over there. So you guys obviously liked her in the summertime, as I knew you would. And what do you remember about that show in July? Is that anything jump out at you when you look back to the warm summer days?
Oh, yeah, it was summer, wasn't it? But it was with Steve. That was really fun.
Steve Dennis, yep.
Yeah, Steve Dennis and Adam Manaka was with him, and we had a lot of fun. And I remember. And I remember going out with you guys after. I remember I ended up. Do you know? Well, maybe I ended up. I think I played a festival later on, and I think the guy playing in that bar with the looping.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Who was it that night?
I think we played a festival together a few months later, but I didn't connect it in person. I didn't say it because I wasn't sure if it was him, but I'll have to get his name.
I can't remember who it was, but
I remember the show being really, really wonderful. I loved the space, and it was really nice to connect with Steve, and I've loved Newburyport for a long time, so it was cool to get to do my own show there.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys were great. You know what's funny with you, because I think you probably get a little bit of it here too, but something that you really notice when you go to see, every time I see you live, I come away thinking about it. It's not just the beautiful songs. You have like this sense of humor that comes out on stage too. That like, I don't, you're like, I know I'm funny.
No, well, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
No, but you really do. You have just I think it's just like you're very comfortable up there, and it just comes out, your personality comes out. But not everybody has that, which is, a cool thing.
I think when you're playing solo, you have to like find ways to like keep it interesting, but for yourself too. But but yeah, thank you.
Comedy career, there you go. No.
Yes. Well, I was thinking that night I played this song I have called Honest, which was inspired by like ice bathing, like winter swimming. in New England. And then Steve told me after that one of the songs he played, he wrote right around the same time, and it was also inspired by winter swimming on Cape Ann, because he also lives in Cape Ann.
Okay.
We had a weird song psychic moment that night we
Interesting.
put together. So
Wow. Yeah, he didn't tell me that story. I guess that was, yeah.
yeah.
He doesn't tell me all his best stories anymore. No, I saw him out the other day. He's great as always. He actually has a song called Annie that what we were talking about earlier, he was throwing away. And I guess he credits me with telling him, don't throw that one away. No.
You're the song saver.
Yeah. He recorded it, so he said he just got sick of playing it. Like, people asked for it all the time. And I was
Yeah.
like, by the way, also a good sign when people ask for it all the time.
True.
It might be a keeper, but
True. Yeah, that's also
yeah.
a good telltale.
But yeah, good luck with Annie, Steve, and hope you're doing well out there. Again, live at Drew's house here. Hayley Reardon in the house. Go see her show Saturday night. Are you doing an opener, or is it just you?
No, it's just me.
Oh man,
It's their-
pressure's on.
Yeah, and I think it's part of a songwriter series.
Okay.
I think it's the first of this series. But yeah, it's just me, so it's just gonna be a.
Exciting times over there at the firehouse. When do you change the set list because it's wintertime? Like, do you and caught what you said earlier about how these songs are kind of nice in the wintertime, and I kind of understand it, but
Yeah, well, in general, like that one was kind of fun. But yeah, I think. It's more that I think my music, my kind of mellow music, works in cozy settings and in the winter.
Yeah.
I think all my songs kind of fall in that category, especially when I'm solo. But yeah, there's a few. I'm gonna play some newer songs just because, and those fit. The stuff I've been writing lately is very sort of like ambient and dreamy, and like I'm not ready to play them now, but so you have to come to the show for that. I'm still making sure they're ready.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think so. I think I feel a little more licensed to be like introspective in the winter.
Did you once tell me you do most of your writing in the wintertime?
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, definitely. And I feel more comfortable presenting the songs that way too, because sometimes summer there's like a beat thing in the air, and I don't always feel I can meet that. So yeah.
You have such command doing the solo thing. Do you ever think to yourself, like, you know what? Let's put together a 10-piece Hayley Reardon band and see where some of the
Yeah, I mean, it would be more and more, because now I
maybe not 10, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, but no, I find it more and more fun to play with other musicians. I think for so long I just got in my own, like, I was so comfortable with the singer-songwriter thing, being alone. But now I would love to any chance I can. It's just making it work. And but yeah, I've gotten to play now more with a band abroad than I have at home. So I would love to be doing more.
Why is that? Is it because they have the band there? Or?
Yeah, just because of the kind of scene I fell into in Barcelona, and the folks I'm like more in Spain. I've been doing the band stuff, and then at least like duo or trio with the brothers I play with there, Pau and Arnau, but they live in Spain, so it's hard to bring them here, and my life has been split between two places, so I don't feel like I've cultivated the same, like, well, I mean, I don't know. I did one, a band show this past year with Lauren Entress, who is my producer for many years, and who's an amazing drummer, producer, everything, and a bassist named Reed Sutherland. We did a trio gig that was really fun, and playing songs that Lauren produced years ago when I was 17 with the arrangements. It was really fun. So yeah, I'm hoping to put more a bigger sound on stage around New England in the coming year and stuff. So
Okay, possible 2025 thing to look out for. Maybe 2026. Don't rush these things.
okay, thank you. You're right. No, don't get ahead of myself.
People love you solo too. So, Hayley, before we do one more, what is the biggest memory from 2024? What's the? It can't be Newburyport because that's just cheating. It's pandering to the crowd here.
Don't pander. Don't pander. Wow, that's a hard one. The biggest.
It can be something small too. It doesn't have to be like playing for royalty. It can be. which he's done.
Well, kind of. I would say probably making the record. The record I put out this September called After Everything, I made in January of 2024, right at the beginning of the year, and that was really fun and really freeing. The process was like really creatively, it was great. So making that record was a great time.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got next year?
Another song from that new-ish project now.
See that segue? That was so well done.
Perfect. Yes, there we go. It just happens.
Hayley Reardon live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive.
Oh, the seagrass draws circles in the sand like a needle point inside a crater. And you don't ask any more about my plans, safe and sound in the blurriness of later. Ooh, ooh, day breaks and the back shore is ablaze as the sun burns a hole right through the ocean. And the true world, it drowns me from within, and I've only ever been part way open. And I needed all this space just to feel the ache that has always been under everything. I took the long way around, but it doesn't matter now. I just didn't understand the way I am. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah.
Very nice. Live at Drew's house, Hayley Reardon. Beautiful. Well done. She is at the Firehouse in Newburyport Saturday night, 2 nights from now. Get on your tickets. It is going to be a great show, as always, and they love her here in Newburyport. Now, I was thinking, we started the show talking about the warm welcome you had here. My boss got to see you for the first time in this summer, and I think is like the biggest Hayley fan in the world now, and besides me. But no, she was talking so warmly. I'm wondering, like, I know you get that all the time. Every time I post a video of you, I get all these comments, unbelievable, that sort of thing. Does it ever get like, does that ever get old? Or I imagine maybe not.
No, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's more that sometimes it doesn't, it's still, I'm still it's still hard to, it takes a lot of, like, continuous inner talk back to, like, put yourself out there, like, in this way. So it doesn't, the problem is I don't always, like, receive it or the other. I don't know, but it's I'm really happy when it.
You're in Hayley world sometimes. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, it's still, I'm still living in self-doubt sometimes, even about whatever. Sorry, I can't.
No, I get
but
that.
It's hard to. I don't know. I'm still struggle to interact with that, I think, and because it's both. You don't want to interact with it. You don't want it to, like, be. It's also, I'm very aware that people are having their own experience with
Gotcha.
the thing,
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I'm still in, like, really? Thank you.
Well, you hear that so much, right? Because people like you who have that command on stage, so calm and even interacting with the crowds and stuff. But, like, sometimes I've heard the biggest artists in the world be like, "Oh, I'm a mess up there sometimes. My wheels are spinning."
That's what I mean.
I'm looking at the one person who's maybe not into it, and I'm like, "Why is that person not into it?" Even though 99.9% of the crowd is,
That's what I mean. That's
Yeah.
what I mean, and that's that's still biggest thing on the screen is and it happens to me very often. I think even at the last show here, there were a lot of parts of that show that I was like, oh no, in my head, and then you interact with people after and they have no idea, and it's just, sometimes performing is a inner battle of like presenting like you're not struggling even when you are. But I'm grateful when it resonates with people, and
well, some of those biggest names in the world still notoriously didn't like playing live, because like Van Morrison's one of them. He didn't love playing live. He just didn't like it. I don't know if it was necessarily nervousness or what, but he did not enjoy the experience. I tell this story a lot on here, but I remember when I was first getting in, I'm a big Springsteen guy, and when I was first getting into him, he was on Letterman one night, and I was like, this isn't the Bruce I recognize. Like, he's kind of like jittery and like laughing a lot and like nervous and just not comfortable. And he actually asked for a guitar at one of the moments that was appropriate to ask for a guitar, but hey, bring that out. And he settled down once he had the guitar and was able to strum and talk. And I was like, wow, that's fascinating. And that was only like 20 years ago, like. That
is interesting. The physical, I get that. This feels like a shield, like when you're not, and I think there's certain like, it's just a muscle. So like you can be in a performance space doing a thing you've done 100 times and feel really safe and comfortable, and you seem to people to be really at ease. But if you change one element, that ease might go away, because it isn't just like always who it's kind of just practice in a certain like setting, but it's still, that's very interesting though, that he needed the guitar itself. It's like
he'd calm down. It was funny, like, just if you're a diehard fan like I was like eating up everything Bruce at the time, and I was like, oh my, I've never seen him like this is strange.
Well, people have many colors. But that's interesting. The guitar itself is his
guitar is a shield.
Anchor.
I like that. That's good. Even physically, like if I'm not like, I get, if to walk out, if someone's if I sing harmonies with someone or something, I have to stand on stage without a guitar. I feel like my whole demeanor is different because it's like so exposed. No, I completely get it. Hayley Reardon here live at Drew's house. Joppa Afternoon Drive. Catch her at the Firehouse Saturday. You mentioned playing some festivals overseas. There's like a bunch of festivals around here now. Have you seen this? Boston Calling just dropped. Like, Boston has their own massive festival here now for the last like decade plus.
I've never been.
Oh, it's a good take.
It's a big one. I've seen the names. It's like a proper proper festival.
It's a proper festival.
That's like I've never been, but we got some stuff. Like,
we got to get you on there. We got to get you on the Boston Calling stage.
Glad.
That's my play. That's my play for next year.
Okay,
we should have made it happen this year. I'm gonna make some connections here.
You're the best. Okay, well, I would love to. I'll probably feel very nervous.
Last year you would have been. It's intense because there's a lot of people, but it's like a nice relaxed vibe. I don't, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It's just a good. Oh, come on, you do fine in all these things. It was hot last year.
I bet, because is it in August or July?
It's Memorial Day.
Okay.
May, yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So not usually, but like it was that first summer weekend, like where it was like, oh, the heat's here, and then it was like grippingly hot.
Wow.
People, and they're adding like water stations this year because people were struggling. Obviously, not many people doing whatever they're doing, listening to music, and it can be a long day.
Yeah, and standing and hot, yeah.
So Dave Matthews Band is on that bill this year. One of my favorites.
Nice.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
Wow.
And it's like, they don't usually do like they play so often here that I was surprised they did the festival, but I don't know.
We'll take it. Boston.
We'll see who you open for next year. It's my goal for Boston Calling 2026.
Yeah, you're putting it out there.
I'm gonna make a couple calls. All right. Tomorrow night's Saturday night show. What should people know? Like, as far as they haven't seen you before, what are they gonna get?
Songs and stories. It's my solo show, so I love to talk and tell stories about my songs and where they come from, and they're kind of introspective, soulful.
It's great. It literally is one of my favorite shows every year. When I probably get to, I think I get to see you once every year now since I met you. So that's at least once. You at least you present that option for me once a year at least. But I hope for many more.
Yes, I love it. I love whenever we cross paths. I'm so happy that.
And you have a huge fan base here.
Do I?
You do.
Because of you, Drew. Really, because I had never played in Newburyport. I'd only sang backup with a friend here. So thanks for helping me.
Was that at the Firehouse or was that somewhere else?
Yeah, it was at the Firehouse, but that was the only time I'd played here. Was just singing with her.
Yeah.
Heather Maloney, shout out. my dear friend, amazing songwriter Heather Maloney. So
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the holidays are behind us here. Are you kind of happy in some ways there? I know you had a nice holiday season with the family and everything, but sometimes that little calm after the storm is nice, right? A little routine oriented.
Oh yeah, no, I'm loving being able to have routine because I'm home and I've been I organize the files on my computer. I've been meaning to do that for 2 years, literally.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, and I feel amazing because of it. Because I was living in fear, everything I've ever made is on this computer.
Yeah.
and I don't know why these, the little things that nag at you and take up space. I've been having a little structure, a little organization. It's been really good.
That was a New Year's resolution goal of mine, is to be a little bit more of that. I get a calendar now. I'm seeing how this is working.
Yes.
And so far, so good.
So 7 days in. 7 days in.
Yep.
Amazing.
Not bad. Not
Yes.
bad. I kind of like it. I find the phone one, while helpful, I'm not as great with that. I kind of like the thing hanging on my wall.
Yeah.
I like to write it.
Definitely. It really imprints the plan, and then you have to cross it out, and that's great.
And I write it in cursive, which my girlfriend Julianne made fun of me for. Apparently, people aren't writing in cursive as much these days.
Yeah, be careful if you need someone under 25 to look at your calendar, they won't be able to read it.
They don't even teach it in school anymore.
No.
What is this?
I don't know.
I write all my cards in cursive.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's I like that. It's we have to keep that alive. That's awesome.
I'm the one.
Yeah.
You're the guy.
You're keeping cursive alive. That's a legacy right there on its own. That's awesome.
Also, maybe another T-shirt. Do we stumble upon 2 T-shirts? We got the saying from earlier in the show, and keeping cursive alive.
Yeah. Keeping cursive alive. Yes. Wow. Okay. The slogans are rolling.
I often think it would be a good business endeavor for me because I feel like I do come up with clever things sometimes.
Yes.
And then luckily this one's on tape. Maybe I could come back to it, but I forget them all.
Well, these are good ones. Keeping cursive alive, and
Does that happen with songs? Do you have great song ideas, and then you're like, oh no, what was it?
Yeah, I do. Or I make a voice memo and then don't return to the voice memo because there's just hundreds of them. But I do have that where it's a panic feeling, oh no, it left. I can't find it.
That and the files on the computer.
Yeah, that's probably where that fear was coming from because it happens a lot with songs. So.
All right. First show for you and I of 2025 in the books here. First real show for you Saturday at the Firehouse. We did the hair down. Hope that was okay for people.
Hair down.
We both. Hayley prompted me to do it after she said she was doing it. So here we are.
Yes.
It's I don't often do it on the show, but I thought today we did it. Do you play us out with one here maybe after I say thank you to Maeve? Would that be cool?
Yes.
More Hayley is. Sometimes I get greedy. Sorry.
Let's do it. All right.
It's for the people. Thank you, Maeve Power. Thank you, Lily Doucette, Ryan Rothberg, the boss, Sarah Hayden, our small but mighty team here in Newburyport. Hayley Reardon, she's the best. She's at the Firehouse Saturday night. Go get your tickets before they're gone. See you, everybody, live at Drew's house. Thank you, Hayley.
If ever everything's a circle, then is progress an illusion? If we wind up where we started, I guess there's no such thing as losing. But you still gotta pass the time. You still gotta pass the time somehow. In the field behind the campground, holding rocks, I left my hair down with our skin on flower beds. You asked me what salvation meant, 'cause you heard it in a song, and you were just wondering.
I didn't even mean to play the hair down song.
For every cool voice in my head, will you say the opposite again and again? And for every fear there'll be nothing left. You have more for me. Took me to the hospital. I never paid the bill. And when I finally they told you, you just laughed and laughed until you took my hand, went to the garden, read the numbers soft and slow, and that check felt like the closest thing I know to a love note. And for every cool voice in my head, you say the opposite again and again. And for every fear there'll be nothing left. You have more for me. You have more for me.